Kambawa. Yeah, it's me. It's the fabulous one,新林無家. Back with another video. I know you guys are probably wondering where the heck I've been. Actually, months ago, I was actually gonna make more videos, but here's the thing. That computer over there, this is a laptop by the way, did something to the program I was using, and I can't use the program no more, so I deleted it. I'm like, well, great. Now I can't get the program back. I'd have to actually go and pay for it now, which, if I had gotten this job, I would have definitely, was like, yeah, I've been using this thing for like a decade now. It's time for me to upgrade and get something different. So I don't mind. I'll go ahead and, if I would have gotten the job, just buy the program and stuff and be through with it. Just I think these computers are getting a little bit savvy as far as they're gonna start cracking down on illegal stuff now. But I had a good time with it. I guess my run is over with. I apologize for the lighting. Oh great, now you can't see me. Black ass. Okay. That'll do. I think that's as bright as it'll go. So I'm going to keep it just like this. As you can see from the title, look how white my teeth are. I'm sorry, but the reason why I have missing teeth, if you guys are wondering, is because my parents had bad teeth. All my dad's teeth were rotted, and his had to be taken out. I don't have an editor, so you just gonna have to deal with me stuttering and maybe burping, and then, I usually edit that out. But if I start stuttering or mispronouncing words, because I have anxiety, so I've always had problems talking. Especially when I'm upset, I'm not feeling good, and then I start stuttering, and a lot of stutter, I be under. I tend to not speak properly. I look like I got some on my nose. I don't have nothing on my nose. I did my skincare. If you wonder where I'm wearing, I have on my face. It's La Mer. Yeah, looks pretty good, don't it? I ain't paying all the money. It was a sample, and that sample lasted for a while. It's a pretty good sample. But when I'm under a lot of stress, I tend to stutter and stammer over my words, just like now, because this is a very sensitive topic. I mean, I shouldn't say sensitive, but a stressful topic that I have to talk about because, I already had a blog post I had published yesterday. It's getting a little bit of traction. I'm gonna show you a screenshot of Menizo saying I'm the top fan. I don't know if that's some, like I said, it's more backhanded shit. It's all good. I'm gonna talk my shit. Because hey, what you guys pulled the other day, I'm not gonna let that rest. Okay. But yeah, my computer got rid of my program. That's why I haven't been making any videos. So I guess nowadays, if I want to make videos, I'm either gonna show my face or I'm gonna start recording my yard, because I got a beautiful, big, nice yard, and um, I don't mind filming from there. Make sure my twins aren't showing. I ain't trying to get nobody no free showing here, and absolutely not. Not that I have paid. I don't do things like that. Not that I'm knocking anybody. I come from a family of sex former and current sex workers, so I don't have a problem with it. I don't want to partake into that type of activity because these men are so ugly nowadays. I wouldn't, like, you gotta give me money just to say, oh, you're beautiful. Okay, well, I'll take that, but I'm not sleeping with you. I'm not dating you. I'm not interested in you. None of that shit. Guys are ugly nowadays, except for the Japanese ones, of course. But I digress. The topic we're going to be discussing, well, I'm going to be discussing, telling you guys about is Menizo, more like Meniz No. Um, I heard about this store back in 2024. I decided that because I don't go to the Mall, Louisiana. I'm not from that area. I'm kind of far from it. But I heard about it and I was like, yeah, let me go check this place out. And, I'm looking around, okay, nice stuff, kind of pricey. I wouldn't pay that shit, that money for the price of that stuff, because you can just go to AliExpress or even Amazon and find that same stuff on those websites for much cheaper. I mean, you're getting it directly from China. So, yeah, much, much cheaper. there. I don't know because I do business with AliExpress, so yeah. So I don't want nobody to see this video and think I'm bashing. Although when I wrote my blog post, I kind of seemed like I was kind of bashing the Chinese, but all I said was I don't trust them, which I don't. I do not trust them at all. And when it comes to black people, white people, I don't trust them. But when it's one Asian group of people I don't trust, it's them. I don't trust them. I never had a good experience with them, not since 2020. Excuse me, not 2020, 2001. When I had some as my best friends, and ever since then, I haven't had no good, positive encounters with them. It's always been backhanded, racist, and all that stuff. But yeah, I decided to go check out the store. Pricey. It's a lot of cute stuff in there. Not like you couldn't find it on the internet. If you hear something that's predators, I tried to turn the TV down, but that TV's gonna do whatever it wants to do. I hate Vizio. So anyway, so I go in and the black guy, he's working there. I noticed his pants were sagging. That's not something new. They typically sag their pants. If you see a black man with his pants fitted, he probably got money, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I just noticed his pants were sagging, and I thought I would see that type of thing at a place like Walmart somewhere, not at a business like a Chinese owned business like Manizo. So I was like, okay, whatever. He was like, hey, how you doing, can I help you with something? I was like, are you guys hiring? He's like, no, not right now. I was like, oh man. He's like, well, hey, give me your name and your number, and I'll give it to him. So that's what I did, Shout out to that guy. Appreciate you for looking out for our native sister here. Yeah. Did I hear back from them? No. So, over the past almost 2 years now, I've been putting in application after application after application after application. I'm trying to calm down so I can be able to speak cohesively and together, and like it makes sense. Application after application, and didn't hear back from him until May the 1st of this year. 2 years later, that. Yeah, 2 years later. So I hear from them, and I'm, usually when I hear from a business, they either email me or call me. That's how I was able to get my last couple of jobs. They emailed me, they called me, not text me. I got a text message from the manager of the store named Elliot. Yeah, I'm putting names out there. And I even looked up his area code. He's even from down here. But I know that some people have cell phones that give like area codes from other states or whatever. But his area code is 312, which is Illinois, Chicago, Illinois at that. So I'm thinking to myself, oh god, it might be a Negro. Damn it. So I was like, okay. He asked me, I'm wondering if you were interested in a position, sales associate position at Manizo in Mall, Louisiana. So I was like, and I didn't see the message until the following day. I was pissed off. I was like, because my phone typically bounces unknown phone numbers into, and even messages to the spam bin, which I wish it had kept it in the spam bin after what happened days ago. You wasted my time. You know what I'm saying? Not very wise. Anyway, so I respond, and I didn't hear from him in like 2 days. So I'm like, okay, what the hell is going on here? And I got annoyed, of course. I kind of just stayed to myself. Usually when I'm upset, I just go lock myself in my room. I don't want to talk. I don't come out or anything like that, because I'm like, okay, I hadn't had a job in like 3 years, and I'm finally trying to get back on my feet, because I don't want to what happened at my first job, where I ain't worked in 7 years. They fucked me over at that job, and I only worked there for a month. Kept me out of work for 7 fucking whole years, damn near a decade. And I was finally able to, when I finally heard from McDonald's that year in 2013, I was glad. I was like, damn, It was even embarrassing to even tell the other workers that, yeah, I've been out of a job for 7 years. So yeah, I don't want it to get there. It's 3 years now since I worked at my last job. I don't want it to end up being 7 years again, because in 7 years I'll be what, 45? Yeah. So no, I don't want it to be like that. 44, 45. And I don't want to get that old to be, out here still looking for a job, because there was a guy who I'm subscribed to on YouTube who said that he been putting in like 14,000 to 10,000 job application, and he ain't heard back from anything. He said he been out of a job for 30 years. I'm like, oh my goodness, how you been out of a job for 30 years? And I'm thinking to myself, when you've been out of a job for that long, you either think you too good for these regular jobs out here, like fast food and retail, then yeah, you're gonna have a large gap on your damn. Hell, I'm dealing with that now, and all I've been working is restaurants and retail. So yeah, don't ever let it be, don't ever have a gap that long in your resume, because that's gonna hinder you and stifle you from getting a job, because they're gonna be like, well, why you, why should I give you the job and you ain't worked in so many decades, almost a century. But yeah, it's like you don't want to put that large of a gap. Just like I got a problem with this 3 year gap with me. So yeah, finally heard from him like Monday. I'm doing my fucking hair. It's like 12 in the afternoon. He gonna text me talking about some, uh, hey, do you think you can come in for 4 o'clock this afternoon? I'm out of town. No, but I'll show up in the morning time when you guys open up, cause I'm an early bird. I've always liked morning shifts. I don't like evenings and all that other shit, because that's when you deal with all the agitated customers. Mornings. I love mornings. So he was like, well, okay, well, 11 a.m. Is that okay? I was like, sure, that's fine. And, I'm still doing my hair and whatever, took my bath, and then the next day took my bath, and I was like, okay, I got this. At least I thought I had it. So we arrived to the mall, and it wasn't, most of the shops weren't open. Some shops were open, but a lot of them weren't open. And let me tell you something. I know you guys have heard about that shooting that happened like weeks ago at that mall, Louisiana. And I have to tell you, as a clairvoyant, a spiritualist, the vibe there is very, very eerie. Like, you can feel it. You can feel it in the air. Yeah, you can feel it. It's something off-putting about that place. I grew up in the 90s. My favorite mall was Cortana. And now Cortana is gone. All the people that used to shop in that area, was just the bad side of Baton Rouge, are now coming to the mall of Louisiana, where all the stuck-up, racist, piece of shit-ass fucking white folks at, near the place called St. George. I'm very familiar. I'm not even from Baton Rouge, but I'm very familiar with the landscape and the format of the city. And so, yeah, you got those shoppers who you took their mall, and I loved that mall. I just hate that during the last tenure that it was there, it's been nothing but foreigners in there. It was basically a flea market. And I'm like, well, damn, but it was their mall. They had somewhere to go and hang out and stuff. And then you gonna close it and put an Amazon there. So yeah, and then there was a shooting there, and the mom, I believe, from what I heard, she had to do a lawsuit against Amazon because of the security issues. I'm like, yeah, how this person was able to come in. I don't know if the person worked there or somebody walked in. Like, yeah, I hate to stress this enough. If you got black people working somewhere, it's not safe. I don't trust them. I don't. Never did, never will. Hell, when I worked at the big store I worked at years ago, I have to tell you, at every job I've worked at, I ain't never had nobody put their hands on me until I worked at that store around those blacks. When the guy, he was one of the otakus. They some of the most dangerous fucking people to deal with. Them fucking otakus, the motherfuckers that's obsessed with Japanese culture, Asian cultures, period. Watching all that anime and all that, they just obsessed with anything Asian, especially the black ones. They the most crazy. They are insane. They are crazy. As somebody that's an admirer of Asian culture, I am not a otaku by any means. No, 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 no. Do not put that label on me. Don't put that Japanophile, Asianophile. Do not put those labels on me. Because I'm one of those people that will call Asians out on their bullshit if I have to. I don't worship them. I don't kiss their ass or none of that shit. Don't confuse me with some fucking otaku. I am not an otaku. And this motherfucker grabbed my fucking arms and he acted like he was gonna rip me in half or rip my arms off. And when I reported it, of course, oh, that's that's just how he plays around. And the guy seemed like he was off, like the majority of black people are down here. Especially, he seemed like he was off, like he got split personalities. This is something I've talked about on Patreon, about how a lot of black people have undiagnosed mental illnesses, and a lot of them got split personalities, need to be on medication and shit like that, but they free to walk around and terrorize everybody, especially their own. They're gonna be, your own is gonna be their own target at first, and then they gonna make their way up to the white people, and sometimes Asians. Sometimes y'all are not even safe from dealing with these particular type of black people, not just otaku, but just black people in general who need to be on some type of medication or be in a straitjacket, locked away from society. But still, people that hooping and hollering and shit. People, and even back then, during the 2020, I warned that black people are gonna suffer from all this protesting and shit that is going on, and now you seeing a Facebook page dedicated to black femicide, where there are black women getting, and black girls are dying every damn day. All because you want these loser ass people to be able to do their crime in peace. Oh yeah, you were fine with it when they were terrorizing, when you think they were terrorizing white people and Asian, but now they're starting to double up on it by hurting you. Now you are in their target. You in their eye now. All of a sudden, you want to talk about it. You want to write think pieces about it. No, you shouldn't have had your asses out there protesting. And now they are becoming a problem. And these businesses are hiring these people because there's a word that I like to use called code switching that they can use to snap on, snap off the, you know what I'm saying? That's them. I should have been an actress. I wanted to be an actress at one point, but whatever. So, yeah, that guy acted like he if he wanted to kill me, I'm sorry, YouTube, he could have. What would have been done about it? Other than maybe my brothers would have sought revenge, but as for the company, they wouldn't have given a damn. I would have been replaced right then and there. You gotta be careful, because when I see black people working anywhere, I be, as far as employment, working with them, around them, I get kind of nervous, because I'm like, I don't want to get assaulted. They're very verbally abusive too, so yeah. So yeah, you gotta watch out for them crazy as otaku, crazy motherfuckers and shit. They are crazy. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, baka baka, baka baka, baka baka baka. You are insane. You need help, okay? Japanese people are people just like everybody else. And don't get me wrong, I love Japanese men. Love them. Love me some, especially the good looking ones. The tall, sexy ones. Love them, love them. But yeah, let me get to what happened at Manizo. So I arrived there early, and I'm sitting on the bench because it's not open. The cage down. So I'm sitting there for a while. I'm watching a black dude's YouTube channel about LeBron James, because they're out of the playoffs. So I was watching a video, chilling. Like I said, the aura at this at that mall was just off. And I mostly saw elderly people walking around, very few younger people, but it was mostly elderly people just walking around. And it's always, I don't know if I've said this like damn near 15 years ago, that mall looks empty. The parking lot looks empty. And like this lady said on this YouTube channel, the place looks dead, 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 dead. That place looks dead. And it's in a majority white section of Baton Rouge. But that place is dead. Why they won't shop there? I guess they're afraid that what happened weeks ago, I guess. But like my mom said, if something gonna happen to you, it's gonna happen to you. Death don't tell you when it's coming. It just shows up. You know. Tragic situation. But when you dealing with people who have undiagnosed mental illnesses and you let these people continue to walk this earth freely, you're going to end up with situations like that and casualties who probably didn't deserve to die. I don't know them people, so yeah, they got caught in the crossfire. Usually if you hear gunshots, please get on the ground and crawl to safety. I live in the hood, so yeah, I'm just telling you, just get down, crawl to safety. Sometimes you don't even know it's coming, but if you hear that first sound, get down on the damn ground. Don't be looking around. What happened? No, get down on the ground. Hell, they tell you this in school. I believe in school. I'm from, like I said, I'm a kid of the '90s. They even tell you that, I believe, to get down, even when you on fire, get down, roll around. Stop, drop, and roll. Yeah. See fire, smoke, drop, stop, drop, and roll. Crawl to safety. Basically, when shooting goes out, stop, drop. Now, I wouldn't say stop, just drop. Because sometimes you don't even have the opportunity to stop. Drop. Okay. But yeah. Definitely a dark place now. Darker now. That happened. So, after a while, I kept looking back at the place. Come on. I'm ready. Shit. I was like 5 minutes sitting there for like a good 5 minutes, and then when I heard that cage go, I'm like, the hell is going on here? What the fuck? Like, she angrily, like, these are who have these jobs. So anyway, I sat there for like a couple of more minutes before they put the signage out. They turned the lights on, all that stuff. That's when I finally decided to walk in. And it's this black chick with blonde, bleached hair up in a ponytail like this. And, y'all remember how I used to have my hair, but mine looked better. But yeah, she had hers blonde, bleached blonde, and a ponytail. And what tripped me out was blue contacts in her eyes. I almost didn't want to approach her, but when I usually see black people that look like that, I'm thinking they hood rats. Yeah. So I was like, hi. Oh, how you doing? Something I can help you with? First of all, let me tell you something. You failures. If you're going to work in retail, if a customer comes in, I don't care who it is, even if it's somebody you don't like, you speak to your customers. I remember a white motherfucker tried to fire me for not smiling and not talking and shit. He looked like he was one of them kids. If you were born, if you were born in the 70s, 80s, they had a trailer where they had the slow children. That guy looked like he was fucking slow and he had some screws loose. But that's a lot of white people down here anyway. And so yeah, motherfuckers will fire you or threaten to fire you for not speaking and smiling. But I think nowadays they don't care. But I care because if I'm a spending, customer, show me some respect. Okay? So, I tell her, I'm here for the job interview at 11 o'clock. She was like, what is your name? Zenland. She's like, oh, okay. What is your name again? I swear y'all act like English ain't your first language. or maybe you don't even understand English, or you guys can't hear, because I hear that a lot that y'all can't hear too well either. That's what happens when you let your baby dads and shit go upside your fucking head and shit. You better tell him to keep his hands to himself, or just leave, because it's bothering me that you guys can't hear sometimes. So anyway, tell it again, Zen. So in walked this black dude and this black chick with Manizo shirts on. He was on his cell phone. Another thing that I don't like, I'm iffy about cell phone. Get off your cell phone, get them Bluetooth out your ear, and focus on your job, even if you're just walking in or whatever. I don't know what the phone conversation was about. I don't care. I don't want to see it. So she walks off. I think she looks back at me when I call her walking down the aisle, like, what the hell is going on here? So anyway, I'm walking around looking at, I'm trying to get to know the store, because I ain't been here in like 2 years. So I'm looking around, okay, some nice, cute stuff. I was like, I can see myself racking up a few things and then buying something for my daughter, And she's not my biological daughter. She's a little girl who I call my daughter. She's mixed race, because I want mixed race children, and I can't have any. So, yeah, that's my mixed race daughter. So anyway, this old soft-spoken, dark-skinned girl, she's like, "Are you here for the interview?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I was growing very impatient and very agitated the whole time I was there, because I think she asked me again if I was there for the interview, and I'm like, yeah. The fuck you think I'm here for? That's what I wanted to say, but yeah. She's like, okay, I'm gonna give you this shit. Oh, no, don't worry. I'm gonna give it to you. And it's like right here. Okay. So I fill it out. She's like, how old are you? 40. Okay. What's your availabilities? Like, what days I can work? Any days? Holidays? I just want to work mornings, and I want to work full time. I'm from out of town. I'm not about to leave my town for no 4 freaking hours. Considering that what I've read online on the big computer, you guys don't pay that well. At least not for not a livable wage, in my opinion. Not for no 4 hours. I made $13 an hour working at the job before the last one, but I was working full time. Okay? And considering that I'm older, yeah, and I got free time, I want a full-time job. I don't want to work part-time. You give that shit to the women who are parents and the young girls who got school, even the young guys who got school, give them part-time. I want to work here full-time. And I want to work mornings because I'm a morning person. I like opening up, cleaning, and all that, organizing, stocking the shelf. That's what I want to do in the morning time. I don't like doing it in the evening where the customers come in. They're going to disturb me, So, yeah, I'm like the whole time during the interview, she seemed awkward, strange. It was almost like she was rushing to get through the interview. Like she was trying to rush me out of the store. I've never met this girl. I've never seen her before. I don't know what her problem is, but like I said, when it comes to the otaku fucking Negroes, they act very, very weird. To the point where they're gonna get kind of violent towards other black people. Because they're crazy. They're insane. They have an identity. They have identity issues. And I'm like, don't try to portray that shit on me. I didn't pick on you in school. I didn't say nothing bad to you. You need go get you some fucking help. That's all I can tell you. Because next time that shit happens, you gonna get packed up out of here. Goodbye. Bye. So, yeah. So, and I was looking around, just looking. I was like, you have any questions? And when I was about to say, she's like, okay, well, nice to meet you. And I told her, ma'am, I'm not done asking questions. Why are you trying to rush me out of the damn store? Like, you got something to do? Maybe you should have rescheduled the fucking interview for another time if you had something to do. Don't waste my time, which unfortunately was wasted for how long the interview was? About 10 minutes. And to top it off, she didn't even shake my hand. Very informal. Usually when there's people trying to look for new employees, I want to feel your hand. I want to shake your hand. Nice to meet you. But she was very, very dismissive, uncomfortable, and even the questions she was asking was stupid. If you give me any kind of drink, what would it be? I said water. Water is good by itself, or it can work with others. You know what? I hate these people. So, I don't know why I'm sitting sideways. I'm sitting sideways. Okay, they're not. Okay, don't flag me. Anyway, why is this bitch trying to rush me out? I know she had a lot of piercings in her face. She got more piercings on her face than I do on my more hair on my cat. I ain't got no piercings down there. Ain't nobody about to touch me down there. Shit. I'm looking around. Who the fuck hiring these damn people? First, the guy with the sagging pants. This bitch with the blue contacts and the eyelashes. And this motherfucker here, this black bird toast. Motherfucker, I'm trying to watch myself. I don't want to get flagged. Well, all he got them piercings in her fucking face. Like, damn. You can't. I like, yeah, I guess so. You can't get no corporate job looking like that, looking a hot mess like that. Oh, no. And, yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity, and I leave. Let me see. Hold on. This was the bitch the whole fucking time she was doing this. That smile was fake, contrived. I could see through. I was like, y'all not friendly. You're not feminine. None of that shit applies to you bitches. You know, like, the whole time she was like this. I have a little board over there. But, so anyway, I leave. You know, I do my run around with my mom. I picked up a sample from this Payway restaurant. She thought I was gonna eat there. I was like, no, I'm good. And that food looked good though. It did look good. It looked good. But I was like, I'm good. I'm about to go get me a cheeseburger. And that's what my mom and I had. We had cheeseburgers. Well, I had a cheeseburger. She had just a plain old burger. Okay, so I had the job interview at like, I don't want to look at my phone, but I had the job interview around 11. And I was in there for like less than 10 minutes doing the interview. I don't like interviews like that. I want you to get to know me as a person. You're not going to get to know me as a person within 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes. I didn't know you. Why do you want the job? And things like that. I want to know you. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. I lost my train of thought. So I'm chilling in the kitchen talking to my brother. That's when I get and that's when I go into my room. Because after that interview, I just had, I'm a spiritualist. Something didn't feel right. It didn't feel right at all. And to my feeling, I got the text message from Elliot telling, I'm gonna call him idiot, because he wasn't man enough to come out and fucking interview me himself. Because if you want me for the job, I want to see the person who's trying to recruit me. I don't want to talk to your assistant. She can stand on the side and you can interview me together. I don't want to talk to her. I want to talk to you. You the one who wanted to hire me. Not this bitch, this insecure, awkward ass bitch. I'm talking about you. Oh, you have to inform you that our team decided to go with other candidates. Well, we appreciate your time. I almost wrote some in Japanese telling him, I hope you all fucking die. I gotta be careful with my words sometimes because I am a witch too. And usually when people offend me, bad shit tend to happen to them. It don't happen right away, but it does happen. So I mean what I said though. Even if I was just thinking it, I could have just wrote it in Japanese and just told him, Schneider. But it was about 3 hours later, I would say, after that interview. So basically, it felt like she knew she wasn't going to hire me just on the fact that I'm 40, I'm not from that town, and it seemed like she felt uncomfortable with me there, and I don't know why. I don't have that type of background. Me cooning, uh, shucking and jiving, fucking over other black people. That's what y'all do, okay? So yeah, I've been on a like a mission, spreading, my experience with what happened. So that's why I'm making a video, doing a video form for the people who are unable to, access my blog. You can watch the video in this format, and you'll see exactly what happened. But judging by the reviews, I should have known I wasn't gonna get the job. But they said, a lot of people had said that it was one of the worst jobs they ever had. The management was crazy, and they was talking about them in their language and shit. I was like, well, I've yet to meet a Chinese guy. I'm guessing the black guy that walked in was probably Elliot. But yeah, who knows? I know I went to like a tirade about how I don't trust Chinese people, which I don't. I don't trust them, and I think what I'm partially angry at is black people, because of the fact that if they don't like you, it could be physically or your personality, they're not gonna fucking hire you. They don't, and they can have some of the worst fucking personality. Like 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, they have some of the worst attitudes, personalities, everything about them, just terrible. But they got a problem with you for whatever reason. I ain't never met you, but you didn't even take the time to actually really get to know me, and be serious about having me work there. So I'm guessing the other people who applied were probably younger, because school's out. So it's a lot of teenagers. They're going to be looking for a job now. So of course they're going to be trying to apply for this. I'm like, who? An experienced 40-year-old with retail experience, you don't qualify. But you know what? You can kiss my ass. I'll buy what you got on AliExpress. I can just beat the middle. You the middleman. I don't have to do shit to give you my money. I can just go to AliExpress because that's who I do business with anyway. I really feel for these people out here, and I myself included, that who are trying to do better and trying to make their life better, and it just seemed like it just ain't working out. No matter how hard you try, you bust your ass off. You end up getting jobs where you get physically abused, verbally abused, psychologically abused, financially abused. Sometimes even sexual, when you got managers who want to fuck you, and I'm like, hell no. It's really, really sad. Like I said, my heart goes out to y'all who are struggling in this economy, trying to find a job and stuff, and then you have these large gaps on your resume because people want to be personal and not get to know you, and just already made up your mind. Oh, I don't want to work with you. Oh, you look better than me. Your skin's lighter than me. I didn't forget that my skin was much lighter than hers too. They tend to, and I've mentioned it before, that dark skinned people tend to have a problem with brown skinned people. They love and worship light skinned people, especially if you look white, like Creole Bella, her skin tone. They love y'all. But us brown skinned people, they abuse us, sometimes sexually abuse us and things like that. It's weird. They're crazy. Stay the hell away from me. Well, this video is going on 40 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna keep wearing my chopsticks in my hair. I'm gonna keep wearing my Chinese clothes. I don't give a fuck. I don't need your approval. I don't need your disapproval. I don't care. I wear what I want to wear, and I express it very good. I gotta. Oh shit, that's my shoe. kimono. Probably gonna wear more Japanese stuff since I tend to like them more than I like Chinese people. So yeah. Don't look at Illinois. That's where you from, Elliot. That's where you from. Yeah, you from Illinois. Cocker spaniel looking motherfucker. Yeah, you from Illinois. You fucking coon. Yeah. Please don't flag me, YouTube. Yeah. That was what happened to me at Manizo. If you guys have, have any experiences or you've worked there, I know you guys gonna be like, well, it ain't worth it. Why would you say this stuff about black people and Chinese people in this video? Yeah, that job wasn't even worth it. Okay, well, tell me why it wasn't worth it. I ain't never worked there before. I never worked at a place like that before. Tell me, what exactly am I not missing about that job? I mean, like I said, it was a dream job for me because, I love Sanrio. This actually came from Japan. It wasn't made in China. This is my Chinese. Excuse. See, I get frustrated. This is my Japanese Hello Kitty. I'm sorry. Fuck y'all. But yeah, this came from Japan. My baby. Her bows, they came off because they were glued on. So super glued. Yeah, this is my baby. Yeah. So when motherfuckers be like, why are you tripping about the job? Well, I wanted to be around Hello Kitty. But I'm gonna tell you like this, a place like that ain't gonna last too long, especially in that mall. I mean, sure, Chinese people, they got the money to sustain a space like that, of course, but there was a business like that about 20 years ago that sold the same similar shit, and you know what? They didn't last that long. And I think they were Chinese owned too. They didn't last that long. Hell, you barely get business now at the Mall of Louisiana. Especially after what happened, people are kind of scared to go to the Mall of Louisiana because they don't want to run into the people you got hired at your store who up there trying to... Nut jobs. You guys are fucking nut jobs. Take your medication. Yeah. You think with that shooting, you guys need to be a little bit more nicer to people. I'm not gonna shoot no damn body. I'm just saying y'all need to be a little bit more nicer. And I say this to white people too. Y'all need to learn how to talk to people too. Cause I live for y'all getting y'all fucking wig split too. Especially you motherfuckers down here. You racist, ugly pieces of shit. Alright, what more can I add, you guys? I need to go back and exercise. Look at my arms. They look flabby. I haven't been exercising in a while. I'm going to try and go back to doing that. I need to go back to doing a lot of stuff. I'm going back to my Japanese roots. I'm not fucking with these other cultures. You can have that K-pop shit. I'm not going to listen to it. I don't have a problem with Koreans. I got love for the men. Mainly. The men. I love the men. Very, very much. They're like number 2 behind Japanese men because from my experience from dealing with East Asian men, Japanese men will more likely respond if I message them, or they'll message me, and Korean men will more likely be more forward and want to talk to me, and Chinese men always thought they were too good, too arrogant, too cocky to talk to me and shit, and it's going on to this day, and that's why I don't talk to them, and I don't like them. I love my Donnie Yen, I love Jet Li, I love Nicholas C, Andy On, I love all those guys, but in real life, I don't like y'all at all. Y'all have terrible attitude, terrible personality. You need to work on that. Still making stupid YouTube videos. Y'all doing that shit 20-something years ago when I was on YouTube observing this shit. I'm like, these guys are still crying about white women. All these different races of women out here, and you worrying about a bitch that breath smell like dog shit. Your shit is fucked up, and you need to go get some counseling too. Shit. But Japanese men have always been very receptive to me, more likely to give me a compliment on my looks and stuff, especially if he's a fairer skin, because they usually the main ones that like me are the more fair skin, the more beige looking ones, beige yellow ones, not necessarily the brown ones, but the beige and very fair skinned ones, and they're usually my favorite anyway, because I like their skin, I love their skin tone, I love their facial features. Their hair, especially when they curl their hair, is very beautiful. Because I think Japanese men are Japanese people are very, I think they're racially ambiguous. I think they are. I could be wrong. They're like a mix of a tribe and I heard they've mixed with Korean. I could be wrong, but yeah, that explains why it's Korean Japanese people kind of favor each other. They both sometimes they got that serious look to them and stuff, intimidating look to them. Even Korean music, I mean, excuse me, the language kind of sounds Japanese in some way. It sounds like a mix of Japanese and Chinese. That's what it sounds like. But yeah, I'm like, I don't have a problem with Koreans, or especially not the men. Hi, fellas. But I really love Japanese men, so that's what I'm gonna start doing. And y'all can have all this K-pop stuff in it. You guys pretending like y'all like Korean men, and like y'all like their shows and their movies and stuff. No, see, when I was into Korean men, that was back in the mid '90s to early 2000s. You know, my first official Korean crush. What crush? See, I missed my editor. Korean crush was Rick Yoon from the first Fast and the Furious movie. Yeah, and then his brother Carl, and then there was Will Yoon Lee, um, Rain. I'm gonna go check out that Bloodhound season 2. Oh Lord, when I saw it, I was like, oh, is that Rain? Is that Rain? Is that my boo boo? Oh shit, so yeah, but I've been watching a lot of Japanese shows, a lot of what's how you pronounce it? Jida Jaki. I don't want to say the other word. That's all to be. That's what it sounds like. Jida Daki. I think that's Jida Gaki. You know, period from the Edo period, the ancient. Not it's not ancient period, but from back during the samurai days. And I've been watching a lot of those shows. You know, getting into Toshiro Mifune. The last from that generation was Tatsuya Nakada. He passed away in November. Excuse me, I forget. Hiroyuki Tagawa passed away in December. I cried. That shit broke my fucking heart. I'm still sad because he was my first Japanese crush since 1993. Yeah, like he really had a hold on my heart. Like I would watch anything with him. I don't care if it was straight to DVD. I will watch it. But I've been getting into their old school, you know, golden age movies and TV shows. I've been watching a lot of Sonny Chiba. He was fine as hell when he was younger. Like, wow. His sons are cute too. I kept looking at them, I'm like, they kind of look ambiguous. Look, I was like, are they half white? Is they mama mixed or something? Because they look, you know, but Japanese people just look ambiguous looking. Because when I saw his son in that re/member, I gotta watch the second one. And this website been posting up some Japanese shows and movies, so I'm about to eat. So yeah, when I saw him, I was like, he's cute. And then I was like, that's Sonny Chiba's son. I think that was his. I think that's his baby boy. I think, because I think Sonny Chiba was like pushing 60 and he had newborns. I was like, okay, do your thing. But he was cute though up in Tokyo Drift because he caught my attention. I'm like, who is he? Who is he? You know, because I like the Yakuza look. I like, hey, Yakuza balls. I was like, what's up? What's happening, baby? But yeah, I've been getting into that. I like I said, I ain't want to drop on the hype train for the Korean stuff. I'm good. I was like, y'all late. I was into that stuff back in the 90s and the early 2000s. Y'all have fun. Y'all been there, done that. They just making more, you know, their music is popping now. But I'm like, I'm good. I don't want to listen I want to listen to Japanese music. They even started to make music that sound like black music. I was watching this samurai show and they got their own trap music. I'm up there like, hey, hey. I'm like, damn, y'all trying to rap like black people too? It sounded good though. All bouncing. That damn song come on as a theme song. I was like, well, damn. Trap music having samurais and ninjas. Like, what a time to be alive, man. But yeah, shout out to the Japanese. All of you guys, especially fellas, you good looking fine fellas, are having a beautiful, wonderful day. Don't work too hard, you know. You well appreciated over here. My mom, she's more into Chinese stuff. You know, I'm they. I don't love what don't love me. That's what I'm saying. The Japanese has always shown their love and appreciation to me, and that's why I always have this un like this love, unconditional love for them. Yeah, always and forever since 1992, and I discovered Kyoryuki Tagawa in '93. So yeah, 33 years. Um, yeah. Fuck you, Maniza, and fuck them coons that's working there too. Scary ass motherfucker. Duck, bitch. Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't mean no disrespect to nobody, but I had to go there. Fuck them. So anyway, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a comment, share it. If you want to help me finally get the fuck out of Louisiana, I have a donation. I have several donation links. You can contribute to my content, and I will respond. So I got a lot of free time, so I work online. So I just wanted to work outside of the house, because I do want to meet and talk to people. I don't talk to nobody other than this Japanese guy, and yeah. That's it. Good luck to everybody looking for a job. Like I said, it's hard. I know it's hard. I've been out of a job for 3 years. I guess it's gonna be 4 years now. Well, I wish you all the best. Good luck to you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Johnny.